everybody, happy Labor Day. I have a couple ingredients. Hold on, I'm gonna share my video really fast. My sister gave me some produce from her CSA, and she had arugula and some like rainbow radishes and some purple radishes. See these? So I'm gonna show you like a really quick salad and what I'm pairing with the arugula and the radishes, because they both can be a little bit bitter tasting, to make it to neutralize the flavor. And I have this homemade dressing that I made the other day, and it is delicious. So I'm going to tell you about that too. Okay, let's share this. Okay, in a group. All right, yay, cooking. Okay, so, all right, here's your basic ingredients. If you have any greens, arugula, let me just tip my camera so I can show you guys. So we've got arugula, scallions, parsley, organic parsley. Here's my pretty radishes. So you can use the leaves of the radishes, but they can tend to be a little like dirty, grainy, so I usually don't. And I might just do like slice these red ones, and then I'm gonna use my mandolin on the purple, because they're just nicer when they're like a little bit thinner and finely shaved, that I found out. And so whenever you're making like salads, you know, it's super fun to like get a bunch of different kinds of greens instead of just doing like, oh, kale, or oh, you know, like romaine and carrots. So here's another tip. So these are my peas. I always buy the big bag of peas at Costco, and I feel weird not looking at you guys. And then I put them in glass containers, so I like don't have to warm them up or anything. They just thaw out because they're already pre-cooked, and they're like sweet, right? So if ever you're making something with like arugula, or even sometimes kale, and radishes for sure, these foods that are so potent, they're really powerful healing foods, but they also tend to be a little bit bitter. So that can make people not really like the taste of them, or, you know, you're not gonna just like eat raw arugula probably out of a bag. And even like radishes, they're really strong. They're like super anti-cancer fighting. My mom used to make radish sandwiches like in bread. So I wouldn't do that, but you know, at least you're getting a radish. And the rainbow ones are so pretty to use to make colorful salads. But if you can ever find the black radishes, I have a black radish and papaya salad that's super like cleansing. Those are amazing. So anyways, like I'm using the peas because they're sweet, because the greens are bitter, so it's gonna balance it. Plus, it's sort of a trick that we like food people like to do. So here's my Pea Tahini Dressing. So it sort of gives you a clue to the flavor that you're gonna be eating, because there's peas in here. So I often use green peas that are thawed out in like a green goddess type dressing, so that it just has a little bit sweeter taste, it has more flavor, and it's not just like heavy. It's not so much like avocado, but you can put avocado. But anyways, and so it's sort of like double exposing the peas. Okay, so we're gonna make this really quick, and I'll show you how simple it can be to make really fun salads. So also, if you don't typically use arugula, don't get confused, because this actually looks pretty different to me. And I buy arugula all the time. So, and you can tell like this is authentically garden grown, because there's little holes in it, like maybe bugs were eating it or something. But this is why, like when I teach people to shop for greens, like I typically don't buy them like this, like in bulk, because it's just extra steps where you have to like triple wash it and make sure there's no dirt or bugs and things like that. But if it's coming from someplace like your CSA box, it's super fresh, and so I love that part of it. But like I would always buy arugula in like a bag, right? Like a triple washed organic arugula bag. And same with spinach, and same with the other leafy greens, because the other thing is they won't have these like heavy thick stems, and you really don't want to eat that. you just want the green part. So, I mean, it's not gonna hurt you, it's just gonna, you know, not be as light. So this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna pull some of the really strong stems off. It's not as like obvious, right, you guys? Like when you have kale on a stem, like not baby kale, but like the curly kale, you know, it's like you have to pull it off the stem. You don't have to pull this off, but it just would probably make it taste better. So let's just start with this and get a big cutting board. Make sure you guys have a cutting board that is just for fruits and vegetables, probably multiple ones, right? Because that's gross. Otherwise, it's like food contamination if you use like raw meat on it. Okay, so I like to just go kind of thinly across and then down the middle once or twice, because isn't it embarrassing if you're eating salads and like it hangs out of your mouth? Okay, we're gonna need more. So I told my sister, because she's going home today, we didn't use this on Saturday when everyone came over for dinner. So I was like, do you want your vegetables back? But I kind of really had this idea to make this salad in my mind already. So I'm gonna make her a salad to go for the car. Like that's a tip also if you're traveling, like pack a huge salad to eat lunch and on the airplane, right? Because that's really what you wanna be getting full from. So we're gonna share, but I'm gonna send some of it home with her. After all, it's her food. Okay, and you can smell the arugula. It's like, it smells like spicy is how I describe it, but it's just more of like a pungent, not like cheese, but it's just strong flavored, right? Okay, so there's arugula, garden arugula. And then, where should I put this? Can you guys see that? I have a new little phone stand, so hopefully it's better for my cooking videos. All right, so I washed these a while ago and let them dry. So they're usually rubber band, and same with beets. If you just cut them off like this, and like I said, you can use these greens, but I usually don't. Same with like beets. You can saute them. Sometimes they just have a really weird, gross texture. So I'm just gonna move those to the side. And it depends how you want your salad to look, but, ooh, that's dirty. These are clean. So for these, I'm just gonna cut off the ends of a few. So I'm gonna do some purple and some red. The big ones. This needs a little more washing. Do you guys like radishes? I don't necessarily like them plain, but when I mix them with other flavors, they're definitely good. Also, they're like a vegetable we just don't want to cook. I mean, you can, but it's more of a raw one. Okay, then I'm gonna show you my, oh shoot, someone was calling me. Okay, so this is such a good kitchen buy, you guys. So it's a mandolin, and there's a little white piece that you can use to hold on if it gets close to the bottom, but this is from Williams-Sonoma, and I got it for like a wedding shower gift, so that'll be like way over 10 years ago, and it still holds up, and I use it for like cucumbers, radishes, if I'm making things where I want it really fine. So get yourself one of these from a kitchen store. Okay, then we're gonna just run our radishes over the top. So you go back and forth. And I don't know if you guys saw my new tomato basil salad with vegan parm that I posted Friday. So good. I use this exact mandolin. Okay, how pretty is this? So you have to be careful when you get to the bottom. There. All right. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So sometimes I like to just do rows if I'm doing different colors of foods to layer on top. It gets all messed up when you eat it, right? But how it is presented makes it so much more palatable. So I always make my lunches as pretty as I can because, I don't know, I just feel like you appreciate it more. I really need to have that other tool on here so I don't slice my finger. But it's okay, I just won't go that low. Whew, there. So look, that's really only 2 little radishes and part of a purple one. How pretty so far, red and purple. On the arugula, let me move my radish mess here. Okay, and then I'm gonna use just one scallion, which scallions are usually like my go-to for raw salads just because they're so quick, easy, and light, and they don't taste super oniony. I just don't like that overpowered onion flavor, and like throwing red onions raw on salads just to me is like no good. They need to be like something done to them. Okay, so not too many right there. And then my parsley. So I always put some kind of fresh herbs because of the flavor, but also because of the health benefits. Parsley is a very, very good cleansing food for your liver. Perfect to add to your juices and smoothies, but always on greens. And you know, it's like such a good one because it doesn't really overpower anything. It's not like it couldn't go with almost any kind of recipe. Chop, chop. Okay. So we have that. We're almost done, you guys. And look how pretty this is. Okay, so I like my scallions and herbs to show on the top, so I wait till the end. So what I'm gonna do is just sprinkle some green peas, yummy, 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 over this. Okay, and then this is my, whoa, my phone's making a weird sound. So this is my Pea Tahini Dressing, and I'll put this up on my blog, the full recipe, but essentially it's thawed out green peas, scallions, tahini, and a little bit of garlic, salt, and a little bit of avocado, and then some water and lemon juice, but that's it. And it's super creamy. It's just a little bit different kind of flavor, but super good for like raw, like vegan salads, or, I mean, you could use this on protein too, but we're just all about, whoa, the plants, my phone just, hold on, slipped. My stand is not locking in. All right. Can you see? There. And then I just make a big batch and put it in mason jars. It's kind of thick. Okay, so pretty. So I have extra. So people ask me a lot about dressings. I really don't use them a ton just because when you flavor your salads with like lots of vegetables that mix together well, and you have herbs, you don't need a ton of dressing, but I tend to make mine my own, or I'll just get like some good vinegars, or I'll get Primal Kitchen brand. That's literally all I do. Okay. Whoa, gorgeous. It's like you need to see the radishes though. I think I need to do another one because they got buried. There. We need a little bit more. Don't you guys think we need a little more purple now? A little more purple right on the top. There. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Can you see it? Doesn't that look delicious for like lunch? So the only other thing that I would do is to put a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt or real salt, and I usually put a little bit of salt all over the raw greens as the base so that it gets flavored all the way through, and then season the top. And then obviously when you're ready to eat this, it won't look as like beautiful, perfect, but you'll toss it all together, and then you can salt to taste if you need to, or add, you know, more dressing or whatever else you want to add to it. But I always like to show you guys and take a picture so it looks pretty, so you get the idea for the recipe first. But it's really fragrant, and you can definitely smell the radishes and the arugula. But I think that the sweetness of the peas will cut it really well, so that dressing will make it really nice. So the tip is, like, if you're doing something with arugula, you need to have something to cut that bitter flavor. So I wouldn't just do lemon juice. I would do something creamier, or I would do something with sweetness, or I would make a lemon vinaigrette that did have like some kind of oil that was a little bit richer tasting. Otherwise, you'll just think you're eating something really astringent, and it'll be fine and strong and really powerful, but maybe not as palatable, right? So I'm gonna take a picture and then I'll put the recipe up for you guys. And I wanted to let you know that this whole week, today, then Tuesday through Friday, I'm gonna be doing different plant-based cooking food formulas and showing you how to use like different vegetables than you're used to using so that you can expand your own recipes and menus at home. So make sure that you're in my Food Rebels group. Tomorrow we're gonna go into more leafy greens and how I pair them and make different recipes with them, and they're leafy greens that you don't usually use. So it's not just spinach and kale or romaine, but some of the more unique varieties like collard greens. And so I'll give you recipe ideas for each one and we'll cook together, okay? So try this if you have any arugula, if you have any radishes, or pick some up because they're super, you know, gardens are growing them right now, so you'll be able to find them, probably local markets too. And yeah, if you make this, then tag me on Instagram and let me see it. I would love, love, love to see it. And then I want to remind you guys that I have my Fueled and Focused course open, which is my 6-week plant-based cooking course. So I'm teaching you like literally everything that I do all day long in terms of food. Like, how do I know what to buy, read labels, make it easy, cut all the time out of my grocery shopping, how do I stock my pantry, my fridge, what do I always have on hand, how to make meals in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or less, how to cook for yourself and other people in your family if people have different palates or tastes or food sensitivities. Like, it's literally everything. You'll know what to be buying, what to be eating, and I'll help you navigate how to make plant-based eating fit your lifestyle and fit you and your body and what you want to achieve. So it's obviously focused on someone who wants to be healthy and to just like not ever have to be on a diet, but to just know how to eat and be really fueling your body with like real healing food. So it doesn't mean you're turning into a vegan. It just means like you're infusing the plants in all of your recipes and you're knowing what to do with them and you're making it easy. And then of course, you're gonna get the results because this is what your body wants. It's always what it's wanted. It's not that complicated. And I'll be doing live coaching calls for 6 weeks straight. So it's an amazing course. And if you ever have felt like you don't know how to cook, you're overwhelmed with food, all of the trends and the diets and stuff confuse you, or you still have stuff to heal, this is how you heal. Like literally, this is all you need to do. The foods will do the work if you get them in your mouth, okay? So I'll put the link below after I jump off, and happy Labor Day. Hope you have a great day.